Happy Fri-YAY.
Happy Fri-YAY.
Can you even believe we start a new month on Sunday?
No.
June 1st.
Oh my gosh.
Sunday. It's June 1st. Okay.
6th month of the year.
It's crazy to me.
Going.
Okay, this is Lori, my good friend Lori. And for those of you who haven't heard, Lori is filling in because Curt's father passed away and he had to leave town to go take care of all the things. I have been texting him back and forth and he's doing fine.
Our hearts are with you, Curt.
Yes, we miss you and we're giving you big hugs. That's what my big thing was. I'm like, I'm giving you the biggest hug ever, you and Dana and your whole family. So they're taking care of all the business. He will be back. I think he's going to be gone another week. So bear with us. You'll have some more guest hosts. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, what's coming up in the show today? We have so many good things. There are only 2 most popular Disney songs in the entire country, and we'll tell you what those 2 are. Tinder is doing a little rebranding.
And what are arbitrary-versaries? We also...
I want to know. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, we have America's favorite theme park.
We have most commonly misspelled words. And I was going through this list. I'm like, okay, I definitely have trouble with these words. I have to second think them. You know what I mean? I can spell them fine, but it's like, I'm going to take a second to make sure I've got that right.
I don't know that I can spell all of them fine, so...
How young kids are eating, not young kids, how our young adults are eating bananas, which seems so random. And
Fun Facts Friday, that's why I'm here. This is my favorite day of the Curt and Jen show. So
Fun Facts Friday?
I love a good F day.
That's
F words.
F words. I love a good F word too.
Like family and fun and friends.
Lori, yes! Lori, you're so good at this already. Okay, first and foremost, I gotta tell you, Lori came over to the house so that we could do this episode, and she brought her own light, and as soon as she turned it on, I'm like, oh my God, I look so good in this light. I've never looked so good from my own house.
I'm just here to
podcasting.
Make you look good.
Thanks.
Check it out on YouTube, everyone.
As soon as this light, we're done with this podcast, I am going to Amazon. Is that where you got it? You don't even know. Glenn got it for you?
Yes.
I'm finding out from Glenn where he got this light, and then I'm getting one for myself, because what?
Everybody needs a light if you're on camera.
If you're watching on YouTube, what is going on with Jen? Thank you, Lori. Okay, a little bit more about Lori. Tell us about you.
Oh, what about me? I am a mom of 2 boys.
Okay.
21 and 17, almost 18.
About ready to graduate. Drew is about ready to graduate in what? A week and a half?
Yeah.
2 weeks?
He's graduating. I can't believe I can't believe they're so grown up. They're awesome.
Glenn is your husband. I talk about Glenn and Lori on the podcast on the regular. So does Curt. They do trivia with us often, and they. Your son just won World Robotics.
Yeah.
At Jackson High School.
Yep.
Mega. We've talked about that. You just had your father-in-law move in.
Yeah, he's staying with us. That's fun.
But that's big because you are being a caretaker, and that's really mega. Like are you okay if we, like, he has dementia, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's very hard, and it's hard to see with people you love. So those of you that are in similar situations, our hearts are with you on that too. Like, good on you for being a caretaker.
Yeah, but he's great. We like having him there. So, yeah, I'm a massage therapist. I'm a health coach.
And your real life vacation.
Yes, I like to live a real life vacation. That's my business name.
And you have 5 pillars. I've learned so much from Lori. There's 5 pillars of the real life vacation. Just real quickly, what are the 5 pillars?
Okay, these are the 5 things that I focus on in my health coaching practice with people, because it all comes down to the basics. So, breathing, moving, eating, connecting, and pausing. There you go. If you can do those things, then you're golden. Everything will run smoothly in your life.
And you've told do all those things and everything will be perfect.
So easy, right?
You told me, like, focus on one, like take one and just get better at that, and then add to it.
Yeah,
like, add to those things.
Exactly. And you don't have to you don't have to focus on one until it's perfect. You can move around all 5 of those pillars and make little incremental
yes
forward movements in each one, and then
She's really good at what she does. I'm telling you, she's wicked smart at all the things I've told her often. If I could put a microchip in her head, download all the good things she has in there, because there's a lot, and then put it into mine, my life would be so much better and healthier.
I'd be up for that.
Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm doing a little bumper music in between all this, because we have a lot, like, just in this first little bit. This one is for Curt Cruz, because Curt is a huge Kraken fan, and they named a new head coach for Seattle Kraken. His name is Lane Lambert, and I guess since 2015, his teams have advanced to the second round or better in the Stanley Cup playoffs 8 times since 2015. So I feel like we're in good hands. I'm anxious to hear what Curt says about this, because he knows all the things about all the teams in hockey, I feel like, well, especially the Kraken. So we'll see.
New transition for them. Good luck. Good luck, Kraken.
Go Kraken. Unleash the Kraken. Okay.
Hey, Jen.
Yes?
Give us an update about your bunnies.
Okay.
The audience needs to know.
So I don't know if people have been following along at all. There's baby bunnies that were born, and we did everything we could to protect those little baby bunnies. They burrowed, and like I took Sailor outside in the front yard to walk. Like, I've been diligent about protecting these bunnies. And then I didn't see any bunnies. So I'm like, okay, these bunnies are dead.
Oh.
I've not seen any. Then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I saw, or maybe 2 nights ago, I saw some bunny, like a tiny bunny, one tiny bunny. I'm like, oh, there's one alive, yay. And so, and I was thinking, okay, when I don't see the bunny, I feel like I can let Sailor out in the backyard. We've been letting her out in the backyard when we didn't see any baby bunnies. But I've been watching her, right? So yesterday, I opened the sliding glass door. There's the mama bunny that ran away when Sailor went out. And I left the door open, and I'm watching her. I'm like, Sailor, be gentle, because she sniffs all around the yard. And I had to run and I had to run upstairs and get something. I came back down. She had a baby bunny in her mouth, and the baby bunny was like,
oh, no.
Like, me. I screamed. My voice is a little raspy this morning, because I yelled at her so loud to drop that. Like, she was scared of me. She dropped the bunny, but
no.
I'm like, I don't know if this bunny is still alive. Like, it was like a little chew toy in her mouth, and I was traumatized. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't do all the things I could have done to protect that little baby bunny.
No, it's like Annie's bunny snacks.
Lori, that's not helpful. I'm seriously so upset, like, still about it. I've talked to Pat.
Did it survive? Did it? So tell me.
You tell me what you think. So she dropped the bunny. I got her inside. I was so pissed off at her.
Okay, she dropped it outside.
Right where she had it in her mouth. Okay. She dropped it, and it was in a plant, because she had buried her. I think that she just went inside, saw the bunny, grabbed it, and the poor little bunny, the noise that will never go out of my head, dropped it. And then, so I'm like, okay, I'm just like, please let it have survived. Hopefully it's okay. But then I saw a couple crows, like up on the fence, like looking down where the bunny was dropped.
Oh, I feel like this story should have come with a warning.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm really sad. Like, I know we even talked about when I left your house yesterday. Like, there are so many freaking bunnies all around.
Yeah. So, public service announcement to the mama bunnies out there. Find a safer place to have your babies.
Yeah, because it's traumatizing to us humans. All right, there are only 2 most popular Disney songs in the country. I feel like we need to hustle along.
Okay, how are there only 2?
Well, here's what they did. They asked the country, this is based on Google Trends, that they used to watch to find out what song is the most popular in each state. The most searched in 29 states, like the top song in 29 states, is Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, I can get
from
behind
Mary Poppins, right?
Yeah, I love all the Mary Poppins music.
In the other 21 states, it's Let It Go from Frozen. Those are the 2 songs that are the top searched in each state.
Those are good Disney songs.
They are good, but it surprises me that there's only 2 top ones. In Washington, ours is Let It Go.
Of course it is.
Not surprising.
Gotta let it go.
It broke it down by generation. A Whole New World from Aladdin is the most popular song with boomers. What Dreams Are Made Of from the Lizzie McGuire movie is number 1 with millennials. And lastly, I Just Can't Wait to Be King from The Lion King is most popular with our generation, we're Gen X.
Yeah.
That's Gen Z. They don't even have Gen X on here, do they?
But I can tell you that I know all the words to A Whole New World, and I don't even know what dreams are made of. That is the millennials. So that tells you which generation I'm closer to.
Yeah, me too. The boomer. Is that boomer? Yeah.
What's your favorite Disney song?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I don't know. I have a lot of them because I listen to them all the time because Macy loves Disney music.
I love Disney music.
Do you have a favorite?
I don't know. The one that, when I think Disney songs, and the song pops into my head, I really like all the music from Newsies.
Newsies.
I
didn't even realize that was a Disney.
I love all the music from Supercalifragilistic.
Mary Poppins. Okay. Mary Poppins. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I can identify a favorite song. All right. What do you have for us, Lori?
Jen, it's the end of an era. I don't know. That might be a little bit big for this story.
Those are big words.
The moving walkways in airports might be on the way out. You know that moving walkways that they have, you jump on when you don't want to walk anymore?
I was trying to really figure out why airports had those in the first place, really. But it's to give you a rest in those long, okay.
According to a new report, the moving walkways may be on the way out of airports because the kiosks that they pass by are losing business. So airports make money in two ways. The fees that are related to the airplanes, and then other revenue opportunities, primarily from retail and concessions. So all of these,
sense.
Yeah. So who put the moving walkways in the retail areas? That's my question.
Well, but you said in SeaTac there's moving walkways, and I can't even imagine where are they?
But they're just in long hallways that don't have retail. Like the retail areas are retail areas, and then when you're going from, I don't know, in the long hallway concourse areas.
Where there's nothing, right?
There's nothing.
Maybe windows or just walls.
So don't get rid of those. I mean, generally I don't get on them anymore, but I remember when I was a young, tired mom lugging
two kids around in luggage.
Carrying one on the front and pushing one in a stroller. Those were... Yes, please.
Let me get my breath back.
And there's people who need them. I don't think taking them out. I mean, maybe plan where you're putting them a little bit better.
I feel like maybe in Vegas, the Vegas airport, they're in front of some retail.
Well, yeah, that's because nobody there can walk. They should be called. You're stumbling by the time you get back to the airport, right?
Okay, are we done with this story?
Let's move on.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay, let's see. You're telling me about this one too.
Okay.
Arbitrary-versaries. What is this all about?
It's a new relationship trend.
Tell me.
Okay, so
Do you practice it?
Oh, heavens no. We barely celebrate regular anniversaries.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay, so would you do this?
Okay.
If you want to re-inject some fun back into your relationship, you should try an arbitrary-anniversary. There's somebody on Pop Sugar that made them popular a couple of years back in 2021, named them Arbitrary-versaries.
Arbitrary-versaries. So what are some of the things? Do you have examples?
Yeah, so it's an excuse to celebrate each other, and it can be on the weird side, but it doesn't have to be. So some of the examples that they put up there were like the day you knew you had a crush on each other, or the day you went on your first trip. But some of them were a little bit weirder, like
what?
The day you binge watched your first TV show together, or the first time you peed with the door open. How is that even a thing, let alone a anniversary?
How would you even remember? I would never remember the date
let me
of
mark
some of
that
these.
on my calendar. You just...
I mean, I think I know the first
open?
time. I know the first time we went on a trip together. I could probably figure out the date because we went to Vegas together to celebrate his oldest son's 30th birthday. I know when we went on our first date.
But knowing do you celebrate it?
No.
So funny, right?
You know what? You shouldn't need an excuse to celebrate. If you want to celebrate something,
absolutely.
Celebrate life and each other.
Yes, and I love that this is just a fun way to celebrate more because there's never needs to be another excuse. I mean, you don't need...
I don't need to celebrate when we first peed in front of each other.
But if that's fun for you, you do.
I like it. All right. This is hilarious to me, actually. And I know you have some things to say about it.
Oh my gosh.
Tinder is trying to rebrand itself And here is why. So Tinder's been struggling, and not because single people aren't using dating apps. It's because they aren't having as many hookups. Like Tinder is known. I have done online dating. You have not. Tinder to me is known as the hookup site. Like you're just looking to get a little action. There's been people that have found successful, long-term, married relationships that work, right? But for the most part, it's known as the hookup site. So the new CEO of Tinder is having to revamp the app's image because it's struggling to gain traction among Gen Zers, which are people between the ages of 18 and 28. He says, this is his quote, "It's not a hookup generation. They don't drink as much alcohol. They don't have as much sex. And that's the problem."
Is that the problem?
Says the health coach.
Well, okay.
So, okay, here's in a recent poll of single people on dating apps, 85% say they don't use Tinder because of its reputation of hookups. I never used Tinder. I was never on Tinder because that wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah, and the people I know that are our age that are getting on there, I'm like, what are you doing? But if that's what you want to do.
The CEO says they're trying to adapt by shifting the focus to casual meetups, including double dating, which is rolling out this summer. Hold on a second. How is that going to work? Double dating on a dating app?
Yeah, that's interesting. Are you coming as a couple, or are you all four people coming in not knowing each other?
This should be a reality show. It might already be. And improving the quality of matches to encourage more lasting relationships. Isn't that so nice?
Yeah.
We're moving on.
I don't know.
I mean, good luck, Tinder. I hope you can rebrand yourself. I think it's going to just be double trouble, though. Because if you're doing double dates...
Yeah, and stick with what you're good at. I mean...
If you're a hookup site, be a hookup site, right? Okay, question of the day. I thought that I would get so much more play on this, but I didn't. And I think it's the stupid Facebook algorithm because I posted this question mid-morning. Usually I post it at night, and I've talked about this before, and this has proved my theory. Like, when I post it at night, we usually get a lot of things. And this is not a hard question.
Do you think that's what it is? But this is a question that lets you brag a little bit. And I think that sometimes bragging a little bit feels uncomfortable for people. People have a hard time saying what they're good at. Like, you know, I could write a whole page of what my good news is. Like, you know.
Is it a mindset then?
But it's a practice. Like, you have to practice being... not having it feel like you're bragging, but about being positive about life and the things, you know, gratitude even.
Maybe that's it. Maybe
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Maybe I should have reworded the question. I don't even know, but some people did respond, and we're going to talk about people's good news. That's what I asked.
I love it.
What is your good news?
Yes,
because
good news.
This came after I was researching for the show, and there was so much freaking bad news, like so much just locally. So I'm like, we're doing good news. Brent said July 1st will mark 10 years of solo practice and law firm ownership. He's a lawyer. I know Brent.
Yay, that's awesome.
Planning the celebration now. I also have a birthday coming up, and I'm grateful and blessed for the life I have lived. Trials, tribulations, trauma, all of it. I'm grateful to be alive.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
Okay, Meredy said, Carrie, Randy, Wesley, and Charlie are here visiting us in Indy.
So Carrie and Randy we talk about often.
Yeah.
They are from Indiana, and Meredy is Carrie's mom. So that's awesome.
That's great news.
You know what they're doing?
What?
Wesley is looking at Purdue as a possible college option.
Oh, more great news.
Right?
See? Fill up the page, folks.
Amanda said that she's lost 100 pounds and qualified for a knee replacement surgery in August. She's been working toward this goal since November of 2024.
That's amazing, Amanda. Love that.
Yay. I don't get this one. Eric said common sense.
Well, if you still have it, that is good news.
Okay, yeah, that's true, right?
I don't know. Okay, Jennifer says, I'm alive and I think healthy.
Okay, I know Jennifer as well from the radio station when we were on Star 101.5, and she followed us to the podcast. She walks so much when she's working. She works from home. She has one of those under-the-desk treadmills, and she walks, I want to say it's hundreds of miles a year on that treadmill.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love that I think I'm healthy or I think healthy, because that is a mindset too. You got to think healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Jenny said Casey and I had a great vacation and going home feeling refreshed. What would that be under your pillar? Pause.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good. Jackie says, I feel peaceful in my life right now, and that makes me happy.
Okay. That was it. That's
what we got.
That's what we got.
That's what we got.
Mine is that my good news is that I love the sunshine so much, and the forecast has a lot of full sunshines in it, and my good news is that I'm going to go out and enjoy a sunset tonight. I'm going to just be out in the sunshine and let it hit my skin.
Yeah, living in the Pacific Northwest, that is like being on vacation. Right
Natural
there.
vitamin D is is my good news. What's yours?
Oh, so much. Like I said,
you said you could fill a page full of good news, and I was actually struggling to come up with one.
Well, I mean, we're still riding the wave of my youngest son winning worlds in the robotics competition.
Out of how many teams? Like, give people an idea of how many teams compete in worlds.
Well, when you get to Worlds, there's 600 teams there competing in the finals from about 50 different countries. So
Jackson High School in Mill Creek, Everett area.
Yep.
Number one in the world.
Student of the year at his tech school program. So that was exciting this week.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, my kids are driving and living life fully, both of them. They're both very happy, which I feel like is a success. So that's my good news. We'll leave it at that for now.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Oh,
this is crazy.
Here's the thing that I did not remember. I talked to Pat about this morning, my boyfriend Pat, before he left for work, because I could not remember the premise of Jurassic Park, the more detailed premise. Like, I know it's about dinosaurs and you're in this park and the dinosaurs are trying to eat you. So there's that. But I'm like, how can you ask this question? Like, what was it supposed to be? He's like, it was supposed to be this park where you go in and the dinosaurs are in cages and you get to roam around with the friendly ones. That was the premise of Jurassic Park. Like, for the movie, right? When the movie starts. But the bad ones get out. Sunday's National Dinosaur Day. So the question is, if there was a real life Jurassic Park, would you go?
No way. Hard no for me.
That's what Pat said. Pat's like, hard no. I would not.
The people who said yes maybe haven't watched the movie. You know what happens, right?
They pulled 5,000 Americans, and most of us don't think it would be worth the risk. Less than a third said they'd definitely buy tickets. So only 29% said they'd go, 50% said no way, and 21% said maybe. Men were more likely to say yes than women, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
And the older you are, the less likely you are to think it would be fun. That's what they said.
Right, because there's some things you learn as you get older. And when you're young, you think you're invincible.
Okay. Well, that's what people said. I would be a maybe. What? I think I would be a maybe because I would be a maybe because I would want to know more about it. Like, is it going to happen like if it really stays like it is, like the
says somebody who couldn't even remember what happened in the movie.
I know it. I mean, I know people got eaten, but if they keep the park safe, like they keep the people eating dinosaurs in the cages, and the friendly dinosaurs roaming around, I think that would be cool to see a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe this. I can't even believe it. Like, I don't, there's no way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never been there. Dollywood was named America's favorite theme park for the 3rd year in a row.
It beats out Disneyland.
Yeah.
This is a survey done by the National Amusement Park Historical Association.
Yeah. Disneyland came in second.
And Disneyland, so the one in California. My daughter Macy, I think Riley has too, been to Dollywood, and they liked it, but I know they didn't like it as much as Disneyland.
So is it themed like what, Southern theme?
I've never been there. They went with their dad.
Okay.
I just couldn't believe it. Dollywood, America's favorite theme park for the 3rd year in a row.
So it's right near the Great Smoky Mountains, it sounds like. She said
Dolly is sometimes there, so you might see Dolly there.
Oh, that's
I mean, they
fun.
have roller coasters, they have all the fun things, but I just can't believe it would beat out Disneyland. Well,
Dolly said, we're right on the front porch of the most visited national park in the country, so we take what God gave us and use it to dream up the big dreams. I should have said that with a Southern accent, right?
Can you do that? Can you say it? Say it with a Southern accent. Try it your best. Do it. Do it.
Let's see. No.
Okay, what is it? Where is it?
Right here.
We're right on track on the front porch of the most visited national park in the country.
Woo!
Okay, that was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all you Southerners.
And Dolly.
And Dolly. Okay, I thought that you would love this one, Lori. Okay, the article was titled "America's Favorite Gas Station Snacks." So we're going to talk about America's favorite gas station snacks, but then they say there's nothing healthy.
Really, because gas station snacks are for cars. That's where you get your energy for your cars, not for your human body.
Good one. Says the health coach.
Okay,
so, all right. So they polled a bunch of people like they do. I just took the top 4. I thought I took the top 5.
That's okay. We can work with 4.
There's beef jerky, which the average price for beef jerky at a gas station is $5.63.
Okay.
That's number 1. That's the number 1 snack at a gas station. You can that's all right.
Well, depending on what kind you're getting. Beef jerky, like there's some good beef jerky sticks out there that are like don't have a ton of additives. That gives you a good protein boost, but you've definitely got to be aware of what you're buying.
Okay, get ready. Number 2 is Rice Krispie Treats, which
Rice Krispie
Treats prepackaged are not great Rice Krispie Treats. I love Rice Krispies. I love Rice Krispie Treats. I love them when they're homemade and not squished, like pounded down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Light
and
and airy and fluffy. Yeah, so good.
Skittles is number 3.
Skittles is number 3.
And number 4?
Taquitos. Interesting.
From
a gas station?
I would never buy a taquito at a gas station, ever. I wouldn't buy a hot dog at a gas station. I mean, I'd have to be in very desperate times. Those are all the things that, like, if you're at 7-Eleven, do you ever go to 7-Eleven?
No. Well, I mean, I did probably when I was 8.
And you know the cases, and they have, like, the roller things for the hot dogs, and then they have the stacks of burritos and the stacks of taquitos, and that's what they're talking about.
Okay.
That can't be good for you.
No thanks.
In one, like, not in any way.
Okay.
Okay, I just had to say it. I just had to. It's just one of those things. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Okay. You know what?
Okay, I didn't even read this whole thing. I was just like, this is so ridiculous. I'm just going to let you talk about it.
Okay. Well, I actually took a peek at this story last night, and I was like, what? I mean, I've heard of people eating. So here's the story. Young adults are eating bananas upside down. So
okay, I have a banana that I would never eat, by the way, which we'll talk about later. Hold on, I'm going to get a visual for those looking at. Look at this.
Okay, there's so much information here. Oh, that's a very ripe banana.
So instead of peeling it at the top, they're eating it from this.
Yeah. So it says that a random poll asked the internet what end you open a banana from, and 72% said the end with the stem, which you might consider the normal way. But the other 20% said that they eat it from the other end.
How do you eat yours?
Well, from the stem. Yeah. I usually
it's
pull
easier
it from
to
the
peel,
stem.
right?
Well, that's what they're saying is that if you peel it from this end, it's actually easier. And this is how different apes and monkeys would eat their bananas.
The non-stem end, for those not looking, because we have a little visual, but it's not. It's a brown banana.
Brown banana. Oh yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, the stem. So this got me thinking.
What did it get you thinking? Tell me.
Well, I'm like, I need to see how it grows on a tree because they're saying
they have to grow like this because it's bunched up.
I know, but
there's a whole bunch of them.
So Jen's holding it with the banana, holding it from the stem and having the banana hang down.
Because there's a bunch of bananas connected to it.
Right. So it grows in a bunch. But actually, when I looked this up, the internet told me it's not actually a banana tree. It's a banana plant, and it falls more into an herb family. And so I was looking at it. There's one flower that blooms, and then it grows from the stem of the stem end is attached to the plant, but the bananas kind of
grow up.
Upward,
it's almost like the petals of a flower.
So it looks like the petals of a flower when it's growing. This is the fruit from the flower.
So this is really the top of the banana.
You could say that is the up, but I always think no matter what, the part that's attached to the plant from the stem would be up. Like a banana, like an apple, if you hold an apple from the stem, you say that's the top, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's a sticky banana. Okay.
How do you eat your bananas?
So,
I'm very particular about, I would never eat this banana.
But you would make banana bread out of
Yes,
this
I
brown
would.
banana.
This is a perfect banana bread banana.
Yeah. So yellow bananas are sweeter. The starches in them have turned to sugar. But if you eat your banana slightly green, then it has more resistant starch in it, which is actually has really good prebiotic fiber for your gut.
It does?
Yeah. So
does it have to be green? I like it with a little bit of green.
The more green it is, the more resistant starch it's going to have. So yeah, somewhere on its way can give you a good dose of, you want that sweetness from a banana.
This is the kind of stuff that Lori knows. If you need health things, you get me and I'll get you to her. She's awesome. Okay. So you eat your banana with a little green?
Yeah.
Curt will eat it with brown spots on it. I'm like, nope, that's too ripe for me.
Yeah, too ripe for me too.
Did we cover everything in this story that we wanted to cover? I think so, yeah. Let me get myself together and get some music going. The most misspelled words across America. So yesterday, did you know, was the finale of the National Spelling Bee?
I have not been keeping up on that.
The winner was 13-year-old, Faison Zaki?
That sounds right.
Okay.
From Plano, Texas.
He correctly, what?
We can't even say the word that he spelled correctly.
He correctly spelled eclaircissement. Eclaircissement. After the runner-up failed to spell, oh my gosh, it's the runner-up failed to spell UAUPES. UAPES?
I have no idea. The E, what kind of accent is that? I don't know.
Accente grave? Okay, anyway. Wow. Okay, so we're smart. Those brilliant kids would be embarrassed by this next story.
Yeah, that's
Here's why.
EMBARRASSED.
Thanks. Okay, so here are the America's 10 most misspelled words.
I'll just tell you that the top, I think, 5 of these, the top 3 I always misspell.
Definitely, separate, necessary.
Yep, those 3 I always misspell.
Okay. I have to think about them. Okay. I do have to think about them, like definitely. Is there an E? Like, are you trying to figure out if there's an E in it? Or
yeah, I think it's always the vowels that
screw you up, right? Yeah. And separate, like if it's ARATE.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely, separate, necessary are the top 3. Then it's believe, through, as in I'm through with this.
Right. And believe, you know how I always remember how to spell believe? It has a lie in the middle of it. LIE.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Gorgeous. I think people forget the E in there. Mm-hmm. The GEOUS. Neighbor. That's the I before E except after C, as in neighbor and blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, I always spell it. Yeah, neighbor, business, favorite, and rounding out the top 10, we have restaurant.
I think restaurant can be...
That AU vowel combination might get some people.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. You can practice your spelling maybe this weekend. I did not remember this. I asked you about this last night when we were talking about you.
And I was like,
in.
oh yeah.
Do you
I know what that is.
Do you remember, this is what I asked Lori. I'm like, do you remember the Book It program? And she's like, oh my God, yeah, where you read books and Pizza Hut gives you a free pizza? I'm like, well, yeah, actually, that's it. I had no idea. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, well, technically, you said, do you remember the Pizza Hut Book It program?
Okay. And you're like, yeah, okay. So they're bringing it back in an app form.
So much better for today's kids, right?
Have they always done it? Wait a second. I guess I should have read this a little better.
I think you used to have to fill out a form, like keep track of your reading on a form, take it to a store. Now you can just log into the app.
Okay,
everything's digitalized.
They've been doing it, and for the first time in its 40-year history, because kids don't care about anything unless there's a phone involved, this is what they're saying, they are putting an app together so they can track their reading.
Right. Some of the kids are probably reading the books on their phone. And you can't exactly ask a kid to read a book and write something down on paper, right?
They barely have to write. They barely have to write anymore.
No, this makes it much more doable for the way. Yeah, I think this is the way it should be.
This
done
is
at this
awesome.
point. Yeah.
Okay,
Read more.
so yeah, this is a good way to encourage kids to read. You can download the app. If you want more information or you want a link to the app, go to bookitprogram.com, bookitprogram.com.
And they've been doing this for 40 years, which is helping kids get excited about reading for 40 years. That's amazing. I love
Go
that they're
Pizza
doing
Hut.
that.
I love that Pizza Hut's doing that.
Yeah,
That's so great.
So great.
Oh, it's time. It's time for your favorite part.
Fun Facts Friday.
Yay! Okay, there's a lot of fun facts in here too, so we'll just get going at it.
Okay.
The University of Oklahoma Dining Hall is home to the only all-you-care-to-eat Chick-fil-A in the whole world.
Wow.
Like, you can eat all you want of Chick-fil-A. What?
What a perfect place for it too, in a university dining hall. Those kids are probably really happy about that. Okay, next up we have every character on The Simpsons only has 4 fingers on their hand, except for God, who has 5 when he's appeared in Homer's various visions and dreams.
I like it. There hasn't been an NFL game with the final score of 7-0 in over 40 years. The last time was December 4th in 1983 when the Patriots beat the Saints 7-0.
Wow, I wonder if that's the only score that's gone that long without.
Oh yeah, without that's
and that
the
makes
record?
me miss John Madden. He used to be, all about all the trivia
All
when
the
you
stats.
watched. Yeah, loved that. Okay, a recent study showed that taxi and ambulance drivers have a lower risk of death from Alzheimer's disease compared to more than 400 other professions. That could be because they're constantly using navigational and spatial processing. Those on-the-fly decisions may protect the driver's cognitive abilities, but it might not translate to Uber drivers because the older drivers in the study mostly worked before GPS systems were widely used.
Do you buy off on that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, so here's what I say.
Okay. What do you say? Tell me.
It's never one thing.
It's many.
It's many.
Like, are you getting enough sleep? Do you try not to have too much stress in your life?
Yeah. I mean, if you could just say, you figure out how to drive around and you'll avoid Alzheimer's, that would be great. But it's not ever just one thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, FedEx almost went back. This is really interesting to me. FedEx almost went under back in the 1970s in the early years. They only had $5,000 in the bank. They needed to pay off $24,000 of debt. And they're still around because the founder took the last $5,000, went to Vegas, gambled it on blackjack, won $27,000 and got to pay that $24,000 off.
Yay for him. Sounds like a great idea. We maybe should take a trip
That's
to
the
Vegas.
universe.
Take
That's
our
the
last
universe
$5,000.
working in your favor.
Might have to be our last $500.
We don't have a lot of US dollars, Lori and I. Maybe we'll do that.
Okay, this one's interesting too. The day that Michael Jackson caught on fire while he was filming a Pepsi commercial was literally the halfway point of his life. It happened 9,282 days after he was born and died 9,281 days after it happened.
How crazy is that?
That is crazy. And who figured that out?
Somebody with a lot of time on their hands. An old wives' tale says a pregnant woman with heartburn is more likely to have a hairy baby. A study in 2006 tried to disprove it and actually proved it true. Heartburn and hairy babies are both linked to a woman's estrogen levels.
I love it when you're trying to prove something wrong and proving it true. Okay, there are only 2 documented cases in history of coyotes killing humans.
So we shouldn't be that afraid of coyotes, because I am. Like, I hear about coyotes coming into people's yards, and obviously you have to protect your pets from them because they will kill pets.
Yeah.
But not humans.
Yeah.
I mean,
no need to live in fear.
yeah. Astronauts cannot. Oh yeah, I asked you about this. Astronauts cannot burp in space because of the lack of gravity prevents the food and gases from separating in the stomach as they do on Earth.
Makes sense.
I like these. I like these a lot.
Is this the last one? The Tour de France started as a publicity stunt in 1903 to promote a daily sports newspaper called Lotto.
That's the reason it started, and now look at what it is. I'm not getting rid of this. You came up with one, and your husband Glenn came up with one.
Okay,
What's
here
yours?
we go.
What's yours?
Okay. Eating veggies has plenty of health benefits and cosmetic ones. So researchers at Leeds University and University of St. Andrews found that those who consumed vegetables with high levels of red and yellow pigments had healthy yellow glow. So vegetables maybe can make you look a little bit more tan.
Yellow is not tan.
But you know what? It's
I
true.
would not want to look yellow is jaundice, right?
Yeah, and I think it's just if you eat the right amount, then you're going to have a glowing, healthy look because it is giving pigment to your skin. When like when people give their babies too much orange food, they can turn, the tips of their ears and nose turn orange.
I did not know this.
Yep.
Or you can just get a really good light and look glowing.
Solve everything with lights.
Okay, then your husband, Glenn, he submitted this. And I would say this, if you have a fun fact, send us a message on Facebook or something and we'll use it. We'll use it on the show. Glenn's was in 1907, John McLean builds what some say is the world's first gasoline service station at Holgate Street and Western Avenue in Seattle.
Seattle.
The first gas station is said to be in Seattle in 1907.
But not everybody agrees with that.
Yeah, okay, go.
There are some historians from the Shell Oil Company that maintain that Shell subsidiary Automobile Gasoline Company offered drive-through refueling services in St. Louis, Missouri in 1905. But nevertheless,
there's a plaque honoring the world's first gas station at the Seattle's waterfront. So, if there's a plaque, it's real. We're calling it real.
We'll take it.
I can't believe the show's almost over. This went by fast. And we're going longer than normal, but you know what? Who cares? We're having fun. Who cares? Okay, weekend plans. Here's what's happening in the Pacific Northwest. Well, and nationwide, 2 movies opening. Karate Kid Legends, which I had no idea they were making a new Karate Kid movie.
I just heard an ad for it on the way here.
Ralph Macchio is in it. Jackie Chan is in it. It looks like a pretty cute storyline. I mean, it follows the same storyline as the original Karate Kid, only it's happening in New York City.
And it sounds like it has a little bit of some subplots as well going on.
That are kind of the same. Yeah. And then Bring Her Back, which is a horror film starring Sally Hawkins. I don't know who that is. That she was in The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Listen to this. She plays a creepy foster mother who takes in 2 teenagers as they discover that she wants them for a dark ritual intended to bring back her dead daughter.
Okay, that sounds scary.
You should see the ad for it. I'm like, I will never watch this, but my daughter Macy loves horror movies. She will watch it.
I love horror movies. It sounds like a mix of like Flowers in the Attic meets Watcher in the Woods. To pull out some really old horror shows. Okay.
Wow, you love. I used to love horror movies.
I could be really wrong about that. That was just from your little 2-word description.
No, that's probably. I mean, it's probably
exactly.
It's
probably exactly just like that.
Okay, talk about this. What things happening around the Pacific Northwest? Because we went to one of these yesterday.
I know we went to the Snohomish Farmers Market yesterday, which is really fun. I don't think you even put that one on here, but there's farmers markets happening around the Pacific Northwest.
Like every day of the week, I feel like there's some farmers market happening.
Probably. So on Thursdays is the Snohomish. They do it from 3 to 7. Downtown Edmonds is Saturdays from 9 to 2.
That's an awesome one, by the way.
It is awesome. It's really big.
It's big.
Another really big one is the Ballard. They have it all year long on Sundays from 9 to 2. And the Downtown Everett one they have
on Sundays.
Yeah.
On Sundays from 10:30 to 3.
Yep.
Okay, other things happening around the area. Bite of Grease on Capitol Hill. Then there's some sports things. Sounders host Minnesota on Sunday at 3 o'clock. And then the Mariners have a homestand this weekend with Minnesota. And so I was asking you and your husband, Glenn, I wonder if they commingle the soccer players from Minnesota that are in town and then the baseball players from Minnesota that are in town.
Will they
get together?
Who knows?
Glenn said, hell no, they're not.
Maybe they're
not.
Maybe they're friends. Maybe they.
I'm like, they're both from Minnesota. Okay, what else?
We also have the Seattle Storm play at home tonight against Atlanta at 7 p.m. And Riverdance is at the Paramount Theater through the weekend.
Have you seen Riverdance?
I have.
I have seen it too. It is a great show. If you have a chance to see it, go see it. And plus, there's lots of sunshine this weekend. Actually, there's sunshine today, sunshine Sunday, a chance of rain tomorrow, Saturday. But it's going to be good. It's a good Pacific Northwest weekend, so take full advantage. What are you going to do this weekend?
Tonight, I've got my son's end-of-year party celebration for robotics.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to go help Pat remodel the rental house that he's doing. What else are you doing this weekend? Are you doing anything else?
No, I think this is the first weekend in a long time that we're taking it easy. We'll probably do some yard work and get some stuff done around the house.
Adulting. #adulting. Okay, we're going to end with the podcast question of the day. And that is... Oh, what happened to my music? I was trying to do it a little bit longer. Oh, well. What's the question?
What's a sound that instantly makes you angry? When you said this, I was like, oh, I've got lots.
What sound it instantly makes you angry? Okay, so I know for me, it's the smoke detector when it starts chirping at you because the battery's low.
Yeah, that one gets everyone.
What are some of yours?
So styrofoam rubbing on styrofoam, or styrofoam rubbing on cardboard, or
styrofoam rubbing on anything.
If it starts with styrofoam.
Okay, what else? For you personally.
Oh, for me personally, forks scraping on plates, like people eating with just really like.
Sometimes it happens on accident.
Total, and it's for sure. But when it's just like constant.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
Maybe smacky mouth noises while you're eating.
Slurping for me is one.
Slurping, yeah.
Slurping is one for me.
What did other people say?
Snoring was one for people.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes it hard to sleep.
The Microsoft Teams alert when it's time to start a meeting. They hate it.
Yep.
A cat about to barf or a dog licking its private parts.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible too.
Children screaming or screeching.
You know what? I actually enjoy that sound. Makes me chuckle when I hear kids.
My favorite sound is kids laughing.
And I love, 100% laughing, crying, making any sounds. I think we need to have kids around, and I think people need to stop complaining about that.
I love that.
But if you want to include that on your list on the question of the day or something else or your whole list.
Yeah. So we're going to post it on Facebook. I'm going to post it, I don't know when, tonight, tomorrow morning. We'll see. Check Curt and Jen's Facebook page.
Keep checking.
And let me just say, if you have not already, like, subscribe, follow, give a little heart. If you want to leave a review, push the thumbs up button. Any little of those things that you can do will help the podcast greatly. And we appreciate being part of your life. So thanks for letting us be part of your life, spending time with you, giving us some of your time. I'm saying all the things and repeating it.
And thanks for letting me be a part of your show today, Jen.
Thanks for being, that was my next thing, is to express gratitude for you doing this, because you were not sure at first. You were like,
I'm nervous. I'm sweating. My armpits are sweaty.
Was it fun?
Push my boundaries a
little bit.
It was
fun.
Get me out of my shell.
Oh,
Thanks,
no,
Jen.
I lost my music. Hold on, cover for me. We practiced this.
Oh, now she wants me to sing. She said she wasn't going to throw me
Audio?
under the
No.
bus. That
Bumper?
she would hold my hand the whole way through. And now she's like...
Hold on. Oh, my God.
Holding pattern.
Oh, my God. I can't not shut out the show. Why did this happen is the question. Please hold.
We're just going to have to do a fade out.
No, we're not fading out. We're not fading. No. Why is this happening? Oh, you guys, I'm so sad. Okay, I got it. Okay, have an awesome weekend. Make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and laugh, because it's good for your soul.
Good for your soul.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.